Well, how you going, everyone? Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week yet again this week, ladies and gentlemen. As I say each and every week when I do my vid, hope you're able to get out and about, have a look for some Hot Wheels, even find some on eBay or whatever. Wherever you went, hope you found some awesome cars for your collections, everyone. Hope you had an awesome week as well. Well, this is my big lot of finds for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Got lots of cool things to share with you this week. But first up, I'll just start off with the Star Wars stuff, get that out of the way for you guys. Had a couple built up from the last couple of weeks, got them off eBay and that, got a few from Australia, even some from the good old USA. We'll start off with the carded ones here, old Dango, I think that's how you say his name, I've probably butchered his name. One of the bounty hunters, one of my favourite characters as well from the Star Wars saga. Always been a big fan of the Empire and the bounty hunters from the old Star Wars movies, but I've always been a big fan of the bad guys, I have to admit, but they're all pretty cool anyway. Big fan of Star Wars. And the Snow Trooper as well, do like the Troopers, really like the Snow Troopers particularly, I guess. Really cool, brings me back to when I was a kid. Remember every now and again went under Dad's bed and we'd always look through his old Star Wars figures, all his old Power of the Force carded figures, all the ones with the green saber in the back and even the one with the red card or whatever. I'm probably stuffing the name of the variations up and everything like that, but always remember them. Always remember probably tracking down a couple here and there, but always brings back good memories, these particular Star Wars figures. Even a couple of the vintage ones do as well, because I always remember Dad's got this big bag of Star Wars figures. Always remember having a little look through them when I was a kid as well, which was pretty cool. It does bring back lots of good memories, even watching the movies when I was a kid as well, because I pretty much grew up with that as well. Well, what do you expect when you got a dad who loves a lot of awesome stuff? Now we get to the old vintage stuff. Got one of these vehicles, MTV I think it's called. It's a Hoth vehicle, pretty cool. Folds down like that but doesn't stay like that, retracts back up. That one's pretty cool. I reckon that was pretty cheap. Don't see too many of the vintage vehicles too often in my opinion. Had to grab that off eBay though, because I know going to markets and that you rarely find them. Got two figures here, well, a whole heap of figures here I should say, that was silly. Two here from Australia, one of Jabba the Hutt's droids. One of the Ewoks, do like the Ewoks, he's pretty cool, he's got all his accessories. Most of these, well, all of these figures have their, I believe, vintage accessories, which is really cool. Save a lot of time trying to track them down, even probably paying silly money for some of them. Old Admiral Akbar's got his stick. Lobot's got his gun from Bespin Cloud City, which is pretty cool. I think these two guys are AT-AT drivers or something. One of them's a snow trooper pilot or something like that. They got their weapons. And old Dengar here as well has got his big blaster rifle as well, so to blast some rebel scum, so that one's pretty cool as well. Glad to have finally shared them with you, everyone. I know they've been on my mind. Oh, when can I show them, when can I show them? Finally I can actually show you them, so hope you enjoyed that part, everyone. I know probably not really interesting to you guys out there, but now we can get to the die-cast cars. Went to a swap meet today with Dad, went to a flea market with him, and also went to a flea market by myself. But I'll start off with the cars I found at the flea market by myself. Just a couple of cars, some for customs, some for demolition derby cars, like how, I don't know if anyone saw old Hot Wheels Costa Rica, old Dave. He did a pretty good job on them as well, how he did it all beaten up and everything like that. So got these two here, the old Chevelle and the old Pontiac Bonneville. I don't know if I'll get around to it, I'll see what I can do, probably rough them up a little bit. Had to buy some Chevys though for demolition derby cars, but even though I love Chevy and General Motors to bits, but still I didn't want to buy a Ford. Just kidding. And just got the Mustang there for the engine, got a Impala as well, probably do a wheel swap on that, put some monster truck tyres instead of those blingy wheels on it. Still pretty cool looking vehicle though. And just some other old looking ones here, the old GMC motorhome, that one's pretty cool. Second one in the collection. These have been hard for me to track down, so I thought I may as well grab it, they were pretty cheap. Matchbox collectibles, remember so many of these when I was a kid, as always go on when I find the old collectibles, really cool. Just some other ones here. Old Hot Wheel Flipper, I call it. I'm not sure if that, it's probably not the right name anyway, but might have that one already. Little motorbike for Dad. Even a little Pontiac Fiero Matchbox. That one's pretty big as well. Glad to have found another one of those, even though I probably already have it. And Dad bought me this from the flea market I went to with him. The old Dynaco Lightning McQueen. Really love this paint scheme on all the cars they did back in the first movie on Richard Petty's car, old Chick Hicks, and even Lightning McQueen. Really cool. Pretty good condition as well, considering how old it is. Feels like a blister pull. Really cool. Glad to have another one to go with my other NASCAR cars. We'll get to the carded stuff from the swap meet now. Got 93 Camaro. Hope I don't have that one already, but knowing me, I probably do. Old Camaro Z28 in white. Really nice. Love that. Love all the Camaros. The old Oshkosh. Dad bought me that one, which was nice of him. Remember this one greatly as a kid, and it was all pretty much made out of die-cast when I was a kid. Now, well, I don't think they've made this model since, so which is a bit of a shame. Always been one of my favourite vehicles to collect, and just 2 treasure hunts probably to do a wheel swap on maybe eventually. So, see what happens with those. I might show them in coming weeks or so. Now we get to the other loose cars from the swap meet. A little Datsun there. Didn't have one of them. Haven't found really too many of them. It's pretty not a bad little car. Pretty cool. Got the old opening bonnet. Got the old Toyota MR2 rally car. With my favourite wheels, or some of my favourite wheels. The old Ultra Hots. Another one here. I think it's Fire Flash. This one. I could be wrong. And just a big old Buick. Another one for a wheel swap eventually, so I reckon that'll look cool. Probably put some off-road tyres on her. And got finally tracked one of these down. I've been looking for one of these. Well, I haven't really been looking, but I've always kept my eye open at swap meets for one of these. The old 69 Camaro. I think it's one of the mailing cars in ZAMAC. They've done a Chevelle, the Ford truck, and I saw the Cadillac funny car. That one looks pretty tough, so see if I can track some of these down. Probably one of the newest Hot Wheels I've bought in a while, and I haven't really bought anything from the Redline Club for ages either. But when I do find some, when they're cheap, I always try and get them anyway. So, really nice paint scheme on the Camaro. Absolutely love it. Well, it's a Camaro, of course I'll love it. Love the old 69 Camaros. That one looks tough as that Camaro. Really nice. Really like the presentation of the cards and everything for the mail away cars for the Hot Wheels. They really do an awesome job at it. Now, last but not least, everyone, you've probably been, all you vintage Hot Wheels collectors out there, probably been looking at this lot. I'll get to them just in a sec. Just start off with the old convertible Chevy S10 or C10 here. I think it's an old colour changer, and I think when you change the colours, it did some convertible stuff. I know there's a Camaro and a 57 Chev in the set, so I'd like to track those down, but see how I go. I'm glad to have actually got an example of the convertibles now. Really cool. Love finding new and different Hot Wheels that I don't have in the collection already. Now, last but not least, everyone, the Redlines. Got these, I think, pretty much a week or so, or even just this week. I've been wanting to show you these for a while now, so here we go. What can we start off with? We'll start off with the old Sand Crab. Finally got that name right. I always want to call it June Daddy. Love the old Sand Crab. Really, really cool little model, designed by Tom Daniel as well. Probably one of the most, probably one of the greatest monogram model designers of all time, in my opinion, or even just car designer to begin with. I know he did work for Tel for a little bit. Some of his cars were in the mix, but I think he was mostly into the plastic model kits and everything like that. I've seen some of his model kits that look pretty cool as well. The old 57 T-Bird, that one's pretty cool. I can't believe someone didn't bid on this one when I was bidding on it on eBay, because I thought, oh, surely I'll miss out on this one because it's a T-Bird. It's pretty much like the 57 Chev. It's like one of the all-time greats of Ford, the old Thunderbird, just like the 57 Chevy as well. But hey, got one as well. Really cool looking car. Really nice paint job and everything. Got a bit of toning, but gives her a bit of character. I don't mind a bit of toning here and there. The old Ford J car. Really cool looking model for Ford. Gee, that's 2 Fords in a row. There's something wrong. Just kidding. Really nice car. Love it in blue. One of the greats of the Can-Am race car era. Love all the Can-Am stuff. Got an old heavyweight here, the old cement truck. Unfortunately the back comes off, but hey, I don't think anyone would notice, would they? Unless I stuck it back down properly, but yeah. Really cool. Now, oh, Mr. Chaparral, I gotta miss the Chaparral. Another great Can-Am car in pink. Absolutely love the pink colours, just like my other ones just there. I think that's 6 or 7 pink cars I have in the collection now, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, a back and that's missing, but I got it for pretty cheap. I got it with a whole lot of cars, but all those cars are, some of them are old majorettes and that. I don't know if I'll show them though, but thought these guys were more important. Now, last but not least, down to these two guys. Got this one. Well, I had to check my other one to see if there was a variation. What do you know? As you can see, this one's got the capped wheels. That little, as you can see, 2 separate parts for the wheel. That little skinny bit there, then the big bit. That's the capped wheels. You can, I think you can take them off with a knife, but I don't ever try. And this one, it's got the bearing wheels, so 2 different little wheel variations there for you for your variation guys. I know I love collecting my variations. Absolutely so much fun trying to track them down, but at the same time a bit of a headache up trying to see, oh, which one's different, which one. But hey, that's the part of collecting. That's, I guess, some of the fun stuff you have to put up with, I guess. But that's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for jabbering on too much, but I hope you enjoyed nevertheless. Really do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in each and every week, or even if you just thought you'd click on my video to see how I'm like, I hope you enjoyed nevertheless. Thank you very much for tuning in. Well, that's it for this week, everyone. Really hope you enjoyed. Remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.